I'm here at Hockenheimring in Germany for round 6. TNB style, of course, Friday night, let the fun begin. And as I say that, a couple of cars already getting out there, getting on with business. Bit of overcasty conditions, but then again, kind of like what you expect here in Germany. Just want to get some details here. You can see what everybody decided to go on. Here we go. Looks like we might have had our first casualty. There was 15 drivers, but the start by the looks of it down to 14. Raptor, of course, I always like his Ferrari. Some of you might actually see what appears to be a couple of new faces or new names or whatever. Well, to be honest with you, they're actually not new races. It's a couple of races you already know. Just a bit of name changes happening. Of course, not Sebastian, previously known as Vamuna. Then we also have here F1 Ronnie, not too long ago still known as Boinkies. Staffy provisional fastest at over 113.2. And there goes Quentin, of course 112.8. 4 tenths faster than Staff. And Ronnie puts it in there as well, also with a 112.8. Carterboy 45. Ooh, looks like Staff has got invalidated lap there. Not Sebastian, 112.6. And there goes Raptor, 112.2. Must say, I like what I see. Hopefully they can keep us up for the duration of this night. Because then we can have a couple of guys battling up front. Couple of yellows is of course just to cover a few guys slowing for the faster cars to come past. As is now, of course, all 14 drivers will go through to the next session. So it's just about get a lap in there, don't risk it, don't push too hard, just make sure you go through to the next session. Of course, so often you try to go faster and then you end up crashing it, and there goes your entire qualifying session. Oh, I'm not sure this, this car is just Carter boys don't know how to accelerate. Not sure what he's trying here. Okay, maybe it's a karting trick, we don't know. He's coming back into the pits, or not actually. Just go, oh, now he's going to stand dead still on the track. This is actually unsafe here, mate. Thanks, Staff. On the ball tonight for a change. Thank you. Don't need to ask. Staffy is confirming it's a dry race. He knew he was going to get the question sooner or later. Yeah, no, we saw it's a cloudy queue, but thanks, Ronnie. I would still would have preferred Erkies maybe as a replacement to Boinkies, but okay. Pajama Llama very in 10th at the moment, 115. Carterboy already having some connection issues, disconnecting, managed to connect again. Of course, still in the pits way. If he can reclaim his car, he can actually get out there. Driving with a guy that has won the championship before, but ever since then it's like he's going backwards. Guys whose head is not really in the game at the moment. Staffy, of course, retires. He knew he'd done enough, no need to go out there again. Just make waiting for the next session before you really start pushing. Clever move. So come Mr. Peak, can you please show us that you still have that ability to drive? Looks like Carterboy did manage to get in that Ferrari as he's going out down. Also Gav Peak, not Fernando, and Carterboy, the guys who haven't set any lap times as yet. What do you expect, Steph? It's the same track, so obviously. And for someone who practiced Hungary, not too bad. Wow, and Gav Peak goes with 112.3. Carterboy 45 also disconnected. Surprise, surprise. One goes, the other goes. It's like connecting, disconnecting, ping pong here between the Carterboys. Ah, well, you have another session to try, Steph. Of course, it's going to get faster as well going to the next one. Oh, and Llama retires. Now, it looks like it's also just him not worrying to go any further. Luckily, no crashes or anything. Only guy who's still to set that time here is Carterboy, 55. Oh boy, there we go again. Left the session again. Okay, Ronnie, please don't show off. Like Steffi says, who cares? Just wanted to know the weather, but thanks anyway. Now stop, please go get on with the racing, go do something useful. Yeah, Steph, we've been saying it, it's been suggested. I mean, a couple of guys actually chatted to him, suggested, well, why can't you have your own router? Because, look, it's possible to run two machines from the same router, but then you need to have a proper line speed, of course, a stable connection to maintain, because otherwise it's on, off, on, off. And again, also, what about a wired connection to the router, so that you don't have it wireless between the router and the console? But you know what, some people are not good with taking advice. Now, Ronnie, if you're so worried about air temperature and track temperature and tires, now why don't you get your backside back into Project Cars? Just a little over 7.5 minutes to go. EH Boucher, of course, standing in the Merc tonight. No wires, because that's a teammate to not Fernando, who's in the other Merc. Ja, dis hoekom ek het die folie Ronnie en ek het fiber. Ek kan meer as een op myne connect. But then again, try explaining that to other people. Just get each one, just get a different router. Because if I already just connect on my own routers, it will already be better. In, out. And you shake it all about. Yeah, now Telscom is also a crooked bunch of buggers. Of course, kind of like the second time we see this track this week. Earlier this week, Tuesday night, midweek racing. So it's not new for these guys. We all did this track pretty much earlier this week. Yep, Steph, I'm glad you picked up on it because that's exactly where I was going with it. But of course, to keep it all PG rated, that's why I started going hokey pokey. Both Mercs decided to come in. A bit of an obstacle course here in the pits at the moment, the way that second Merc is parked. But then again, it's Merc, they're immune to rules. Rules don't count for them. Especially if your initial start with LH and it ends with a 44. Wrapped out there, not sure why, already fast, there's no need to go risk the car. I know you don't want to sit still and wait, but yeah, one small mistake and it's all over. There we go, invalidated lap. And he did battle on Tuesday night as well, same corner, same place. And Vino goes fastest with a 112.0. So a 111, probably 110 is on the cards. Track should get faster, and there's no rain predicted, so it's going to stay dry. Yeah, Steph, your guess is as good as mine. It's one of those, looks like one of those one lap specialists, and when he comes to the actual race, boom. He's got the speed, just not the ability, but he did actually finish on Tuesday night. Sometimes he's also like Gavpik, not good when it comes to patience. And not Sebastian now deciding that's it, enough's enough, with just over 3.5 to go. Raptor and Vino of course out there. For some reason the Pig also decided to go out. Yeah, Boucher is also out again. There's Mr. 45. He's done nothing yet from 55, not sure if he's back. Yep, that's definitely a stricken Mercedes there just around the first corner. And looking at where Boucher ended, that's it, EH Boucher is out, definitely. Went out there, and as I said, and I keep on saying week after week, no need to push it. You're ready through to the next session. Go out there, one slight mistake, bang, crash out, and that actually makes sure that you don't participate in qualifying any further. So just I have to ask, is it worth going out again? Why not being patient and wait? You risk so much. One small mistake and it costs you the rest of your qualifying session. Yeah, I like how you think, Steph. You can make a column for all the new drivers with the new names and allocate the points there for them. Yeah. It should help you actually get one over the ex-Boinkies guy. That's also one thing, Steph. He can also take turns to race. But you know what? The male being young, stubborn, would not want to. Why would you sacrifice? That's it, Steph. Same here. My fan is my number one fan is where it is, cooling me off. This Max actually improved up to 4th now. Only guy out on track. Couple of guys like F1 Ronnie, not Fernando, Carterboy 45. They can actually retire, not going to come out again. Not sure if Carterboy actually got his car back. He did join, but not sure if he actually managed to get that Ferrari back. Nesma's on his way back to the pits. He's only going for slower, so he's not pushing for another lap there. Right, just waiting for Nesmax to come in and hit the retire button. Then this session will be officially something of a past. Ja, Boinkies, Erkies, Wortels. Wie het gewen? You won a naughty badge. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. Now there we go, finally we're moving on. And session 2 is underway, 15 minutes and counting down. Steffi going to be the first one out again. Well, there's movement in the Renault garage, obviously not Sebastian. He will be the first guy out this time. There goes the Williams, of course Mr. Pig. There goes Steffi now. Surely not Sebastian will just slag off a little bit to get the peak to get away from him. Carterboy 45 shows us eliminated. 55 somehow made it through, and so say that he also leaves the session again. And there goes 45 left the session. Exits with an invalidated lap. Staffy retired. Oh, Staffy. That's a definite retirement. That's not him letting retire. We're on the start finish line. Quentin goes provisionally fastest 1:13.2, of course. That's not the fastest possible time. It's all faster than the previous session. Hello, Yui. Yeah, Steph, you and your dirty tires. It's because your mind is always dirty. Gap pick 1:13.1. Of course, the two of them will be slower given the tires they're currently on. Not Sebastian squeezing the in between them. Also 1:13.2. 600s between him and Quentin. Looks like Raptor is getting ready to go out as well. No sign from Carterboy 55 as yet. Here comes Raptor. Yui, die party chat is geblok. Dis die commentary booth. Uncle Nissi on the outlap as well. Also a previous TNB winner. Not just race win, but also championship winner. Mino comes around and Mino goes fast as a 1:13 flat. Nee, nie nou nie. Koffie dink gaan ons nou slaap. Koffie hou sy wakker. And there goes Mr. 55 yet again. Oh well, Quinton Wiener can take the fight to you guys if he's not a reserve driver and actually more permanent driver like he used to be. I think there will be some good battles. Most guys in the pits just waiting to retire. You know, of course, he's done. Staffy was forced to retire, some damage. Gapik now retires. Just under 6.5 to go. Rodina also decided enough's enough. From 1 to 9, all in the 113s. Raptor in, Nismax in. And that's pretty much everybody in. Yep, there we go. Some more retirements. Nobody's gonna bother trying something fancy now. Just waiting for these last couple of guys to retire. No cars on track. Here goes Quinton. You, a biggie. It's more with just a little bit. Grrr, Steph, yeah. Of course you chucked it away by crashing it. Guys, hit tires, you're not going to go again. This makes now also the tyres. Primo Gamer, not Fernando, and of course Pajama Llama, that's the only remaining ones. Carter Boy did leave again. Kykie, grrr, hond en grrr. Grom net so bietjie. Come on people, retire, let's get it on already. And just sit here for the time to go by. Tick tock, tick tock. Come people, finish. Yay, finally. Just confirmation I'll be finishing in Q2. Vino, Gavpick and Raptor of course taking top 3 spots. Staffy, Carterboy 55 and Pajama Llama eliminated. Piggy goes out early again. Raptor follows pursuit. Oh, just before him goes Quentin. Vino out. Ish, guys, weather is a bit awkward. Let's hope not for funny lighting stuff. Don't want lightning near PlayStation. It's gonna be a bad one. It gets, yeah. Let's not curse ourselves here. Just over 5 minutes to go. Not Fernando's going out. Can you do something about that time he posted earlier? He knows out there. No move from Quinton as yet. Ronnie is out there. Putting more gamers in the pits. Of course, this is going to be that real one. This is obviously now to make or break. Make it count or not. Oh. Stef could say he's drunk. Do you know something I don't? He's actually at his best when he's on jet fuel. Nice battle heating up here. The peak at the moment, 111.7. Got Sebastian and Raptor very close, and so is Quinton. Not that Ronnie is that far off either. That low 112, so of course the peak, the only guy under 112. Comes the Mr. The Peak. See if you can do one more run. Well, this is a fast track, but still the corners, especially in the stadium section, so tight. And if you don't get one right, the whole sequence of cornering is busted. And let's see, can Raptor give you one more solid go here? Guys at corner, luckily not enough to get penalized. Well, Steph, I won't be surprised if network here is a bit scrappy also with the weather. That's of course back in the day, of course not completely sorted. But yeah, there was a time that if you have heavy weather, then you could forget about being on the internet. Come Raptor, let's see, coming around now to go into the last sector again. Purple second sector. Wide entry, almost put into that barrier. So much he tried to straighten that in. Look, come around final corner now, and Raptor goes back into third, 111.9. Evino and Gav Pick in the 111th. Okay, looks like the yeah, no, Raptors, well, yeah, he gave up, he's abandoned that one. So that means he's not going to have any further runs. He was out there, so is the Pig. Can anyone improve, make a real last dash? And this Max is out there. Pretty much everybody except Quinton's out there. Ronnie, you retired. Quinton obviously will not go out. So a complete turn of events tonight compared to a couple of previous races. If you look at who's at the top and obviously battling there. Not Sebastian coming around the final corner now. And he goes fast as Sebastian, you beauty. 1:11.4. Force dives into the pitch just as the Pig takes the last corner coming through now. And what can the Pig do? He improves on his time, but not enough to take it back from Sebastian. Not Sebastian. And Pig goes very wide, and that's actually lap done and dusted. So he's not going to be able. Vino's in the pits. Gav Pig is not going to get anything from this lap, I'm sure of that. So that confirms it then. Yeah, no. Gav Pig decides that's it. Not Sebastian will be your pole sitter. Gav Pig taking it wide off, making sure all the cars get past him when he decides to retire. Making sure his AI don't affect anybody. See, oh, Nesmate goes very wide here, pushed very hard around that last corner. See what Springbok Gamer can do. Can he improve on his time? Only man in the 113s, everyone else in the 112s. And the answer will be no. And that concludes things here in Q3. What a lap. Not Sebastian. Confirmation of that, not Sebastian. It takes it with quite a relatively small margin, but still big enough if you look at the bigger context of things. So not Sebastian taking it there, Gav Pig second, and Vino obviously in third place. Raptor, the other guy in the 111s, he brought it there into fourth. Then rest of the grid will line up Quinton, Ronnie, Not Fernando, Nismax and Springbok Gamer. Just gonna wait for everybody to ready up and get their strategy sorted out, and then we can start the formation lap. Staffy, don't be sorry, be lekker. Still the same overcastiness, but no rain of course predicted. Countdown has started as a couple of drivers already started getting ready up here. 7 seconds to go. Right, and formation lap is a go. So far everybody pretty much staying in formation, even Staffy. No Carter Boy, although he's showing. Lama Lama, EH Boucher, no Carter Boy 45 either. So it's going to be 13 drivers who start this race. Oh, two Carter Boys are not in there. They disconnected for good this time. Right, final corner we're going through now. We're just getting the grid to re-stack again. It's reforming quickly. Everybody's actually nice and backed up. No long wait here, because there's pretty much the last couple of cars now forming at the back. Right, here we go. Watch for the lights. And we are racing. Not Sebastian with a good start. Vino also with a tremendous start. Pig is not backing out of it. They both went side by side through that corner. Not Sebastian ran a little bit wide. Raptors right in there is also having a look. So is Quinton. Raptors up. Vino's up. The Pig lost a couple of places, quite a number of places. Rapt and Quinton having a little dice there. Quinton stays on the inside. Raptor still right on the gearbox. Meantime in front, Vino is on Not Sebastian gearbox and Not Sebastian's on wide. He's back in, luckily nothing bad there for the two of them for now. But Vino have gained that position, or did he? They're not going to yield for each other there. Quinton right there with him now. Also pulling through the Raptor. Vino obviously fastest for now, he crossed the line first. Just checking because one of us Carter Boys showed the time, but that's not real, it's definitely not in. Looks like EH Boucher got some damage. Quite an early stop. Yep, looks like there's going to be a vessel wing change. Pretty much close as it was. Quinton staying there right with Not Sebastian. Not Sebastian finding it a little bit difficult to hang on to Vino. Vino fastest lap 1:16.6. Ooh, could have gonna take a 3-second time penalty for Raptor. This first corner is gonna make the penalty stack up. Ooh, and Gaffy with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So the Pig also with a wing change, so that might be also why he lost those places in the beginning. Dietrich can have a look on it. Lama not defending on the inside. Just makes it too easy there for Manu. But Lama's coming back on the inside. Because Lama is on the harder tyre. Look like Mr. Springbok Game is the only one on soft. Staffy up to 8th. Quinton goes fastest. 116.5. Ooh, not Sebastian now with the second time penalty. Oh, not Fernando, crashes out. Lost for Carvey, and that's pretty much where his teammate earlier as well. Yeah, that's exactly where his teammates for tonight lost for Carvey in qualifying. Same place. Wouldn't be surprised if it's an exact replica of the incident that happened. Maybe it's just for a murky setup. Not really happy when it comes to this track. So we're down to 12 drivers remaining. Because those bottom two there, they never made it in, and not Fernando, our first casualty for the race. Manu now chasing after the two McLarens. Ronnie, Nesmax and not Sebastian, all within a second from each other. Quinton now changing after Vino. Gappy goes fastest at 1:15.7. Fastest by some distance. Some margin, wow. We were in the 116s not too long ago, and all of a sudden 1:15. Bastion not keeping up there with Raptor. Raptor not letting Quinton get away from him. Quinton slowly taking up some time there from Vino. Not a huge chunk, but gap is shrinking, at least for now. See who can do what. Come on, guys. Pretty much a four-way battle here for second place. Quinton definitely getting closer to Vino. Guys, just excuse for 1 second. I'm just going to try something here, see if we can get somebody in here. Right, and we are back. Let's see if we can get him in here, back in the comms box, if he's not too ticked off with himself. Not Sebastian with another 3-second time penalty. This makes right on him now. Bit of a gap now between not Sebastian and Raptor. Raptor of course still there with Quinton. Gonna try to have a look on the outside. Of course DRS helping here. In the process we're actually hunting down Vino again. Raptor with a better line cut on the inside back in, and he goes into second. And joining me is Mr. Not Fernando.
Hello.
Luckily you're not too ticked off, so I was for a moment worrying you're not going to join. A little bit still ticked off after what happened.
A little bit. It's always a little bit more annoying when you've got pace.
Yeah, so, yeah. The Merc was something tonight, but funny enough, You crashed
did
on
have pace.
you crashed at the exact same spot of your teammate tonight crashed in
Oh, really?
qualifying.
Okay. Well, then I can blame the car.
That's exactly what I was hinting, because both Mercs actually crashed at that same spot. One in qualifying and one, of course, now.
It didn't last long. I'm in the combox and it's lap 8.
Okay, Rutte have dropped off from Vino now again, but he's not getting away from Quinten. Quinten's now going to launch his attack with DRS wide open. This time he's going to go on the outside. Who's going to do what? Raptor's going to stay on the inside. Gets the better drive, stays ahead, for now at least. Nesmax dropping off now, gap is more than a second between these two. Not Sebastian. And Nesmax now having like a tussle way.
I know I'm supposed to be out on the tarmac, I shouldn't be up here, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Say it already.
I was prepared for one. I was racing with a safety car in mind, so just do you think we're gonna get a safety car, or is it gonna be a miracle?
I'm surprised that your crash did not trigger the safety car.
Yeah, it was a big one. It was
Because lately,
quite an awkward area.
Safety cars come out very quickly, and yours safety car decided to stay in.
Like where I crashed, there was a strip of grass, but it couldn't fit much more than a car on it. So
Dietrich past Springbok Game, of course, into the pits. That's one thing about being the only one on soft tyres, you're gonna stop way before everyone else. Lama obviously, it looks like he had to change his strategy. Those hard tyres are gone. Gap begin to 9th. Hanging in B. Let's see if he can keep this up.
not Sebastian, looking for his best result of the season. You know, he was telling me moments ago his best result of the season, and I didn't believe him. But apparently it's 8th.
Yeah, he didn't have that that hell of a season this one so far. A couple of no finishes, and of course a couple of races he couldn't make because of work commitment. So he's actually not lying. But at least he's on the points.
At the front, Raptor second.
I wonder if we're still actually going to see the judge this season. Strange to see this Friday night racing without the judge.
Could get his invites, but good to be off life.
Somewhere, somehow, he's going to sneak in a quick glimpse of the stream probably. So, the judge, you're probably thinking it, so I'm going to say it. Yo, Pierre work. Man. But Sebastian did pass Nismax, he's into 4th now. Raptor meantime close the gap to Vino. Getting away from Quinten now.
Something that you noticed from, sure you noticed from Q2, was just the one car with the softs. So everyone's going to be on pretty much the same
strategy, except for that one car.
The same idea, unless for any broken wings or unplanned pit stops. Everyone's got that one stop on their mind.
It's nice to go for the harder tyre, but if there's some sort of problems, collisions, of course, when you start and it's very early, then that whole strategy is out the door. So for the strategy to work, you must obviously make sure that you keep your nose out of someone else's little battles.
The strategies suggested by Jeff didn't involve the soft tyre at all. So it was either a one stop from this tyre to a hard where you'd finish the race, or a two stop where you'd put on another set of mediums, race around for a while, and then put on a set of hards, and that one just made no sense. So
I only saw one soft driver so far. One driver started with hard, went to mediums, and we already now have soft to hard. So not even medium. So yeah, I can see The track obviously is not very soft friendly, very abrasive.
The problem is starting on the hard and planning to go long into the race
Oh,
is
Lama, 3-second time penalty.
you can have absolutely nothing go wrong. If you're on the hard tyre and it's supposed to take you 20 laps into the race and you break your wing on lap 5, that's the end of your strategy.
That's it, exactly. So you need to make sure that you keep it clean for that strategy to work.
Going on the hardest tyre means you need to go very, I'd say, conservative.
You need to be consistent but clean.
You know, if it's all soft and you break a wing and you have to come into the pits 2 or 3 laps earlier than you should have, it's not the end of the world. But if you only do 5 of your planned 20 laps, it just messes everything up.
Gatsby getting closer and closer to Manu Dietrich.
It's quite embarrassing, my name at the bottom there, the only DNF.
For
Can
now.
commentate on my own name. Fantastic.
Ooh, EH Boucher now with 3-second time penalty. Of course, it's all about that first corner. That's where the guys racking up the penalties. Saw the same on Tuesday night, of course, we're in midweek racing. Gaff Peak, can you do it? Runs a bit wide there, but right in the gearbox there of Manu Dietrich. We'll have DRS now, it's going to go inside, but it's not going to be the best place to pass. Oh, Gaff Peak takes that corner and too much and gets slapped with a 3-second time penalty.
It's a tricky one.
But at least he's passed. Of course,
Because,
he's a guy who's familiar with lots of penalties. Of course, if you can make up, you have a speed, you can actually drive and make up for that penalties.
It's a really tricky corner because the game actually allows you to actually cut quite a substantial amount of that curve, and it won't penalise you.
And yet, if you run wide on the outside, you get penalised almost immediately.
If you run wide, it's gonna give it to you immediately, and there's like a very fine line of where it is. If you just go over that curve a little bit too much, it's 3 seconds
penalty.
Immediately. It's not even a warning.
Okay, that's it. It says multiple warnings, but you actually did not get multiple warnings.
Or when you go to race director, it just says
Ronnie
warning,
putting Nismac under
plus
pressure. Nismac with a penalty as well.
when we're racking up penalties. At least my name won't have penalties. I wasn't in the race long enough. Ooh.
Yellow flag, Gaff Peak retires, Gaff Peak's out. Just as you say, just as things starts going good for him, Gav do what he want, and it's actually the same place where you retired.
The yellow flag in sector 1, no safety car as of yet. Just keep our eyes on that top left of your screen. Yellow flags in sector 1. So no appearance by the safety car as of yet. I don't think the safety car would affect too much at this stage. Your leader coming into the pits, as is your second place man coming into the pits.
That takes Boucher into the points.
But also coming into the
Quentin
pits.
staying out, Sebastian staying out. Then of course we're in the pits, Raptor in the pits.
This Max.
Vino and Raptor going for pretty much the same strategy.
There's Max also changing over onto the hard. He's coming out of the pits now. There you go, so a whole bunch, and now I'm sure we'll see the other half of the field.
Ronnie and Staffy also stayed out.
The other half of the field will probably put in the next 2 or 3 laps.
That you get
If you want to avoid pitting the same lap as your teammate, even if you don't double stack. There's a little issue with this game. Like if you put on the same lap as your teammate they sort of sit there and look at your car for a second.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay.
It takes a while. So
Almost like they can't comprehend the Juve. They didn't expect Juve. It's like, oh, what are you doing here?
So even if you do have a substantial time gap between you and your teammates, you wanna
Not Sebastian coming in. Quentin in the pits as well.
Laps.
Ronnie also in the pits. Staffy stays out. Vino's going to catch him quite quickly now.
He's going to come
much
out of the pits first.
Quentin usually, Quentin and not Sebastian, so we pretty much stays the same order. Raptor, Quentin and not Sebastian. Ronnie. Nesmac actually going to get past Ronnie. Yep. So it's pretty much exactly how it was from Raptor, actually Vino, Raptor, Quentin, not Sebastian, Nesmac, Ronnie. The order did not change after that round of pit stops.
Staffy having a good race. He's now ahead. It's not pitted. Man behind him, 1.9 seconds. That's Vino. He has pitted.
Fresh set of hards. Not sure how long he can really take that mediums.
So the Renault of Manu, he is also not pitted. So just 2 drivers yet to pit. Man in 8th and the man in the lead. That must be a group message. I heard it on multiple times.
But and Vino runs wide again. Pretty much halfway after this lap, another 17 to go. Come people, let's see who can do what. And the judge are messing around.
Judge missing out tonight. Apparently just got home now from a meeting.
Yeah, work commitments keeping him out of it tonight.
Just see if I can confirm him for F2. He asked me.
Let's hope he's in there. It would be nice to see.
Put the extra car in for F2, why not?
Yeah, why not? Some points up for grabs.
Definitely going to be giving F2 everything I got. Didn't get any fastest laps or pole positions. So need to get all my points out of F2 as usual.
Not Sebastian actually keeping Quentin actually honest here. Nesmax will get another penalty. Pino now getting that gap over 3 seconds to Raptor. Quentin to Raptors also almost 3 seconds. Only close battle at the moment, of course, is Quentin, not Sebastian. And then at the back, Lama and Boucher for the last points playing position. Can the Toro Rosso outrace the Merc? And Quentin get a penalty. Not Sebastian putting him under real pressure, because Quentin is also not one who get a lot of penalties. close enough there at that stage. Kodjar is wide open, just not close enough. Can not Sebastian do it again? Not Sebastian staying right here on Quinton's gearbox, not letting him get away. Sometime at the back where Boucher opened the gap up a bit to Lama, it's now more than a second again.
Seems like got Judge to join for F2. He'll switch on his, says he's going to switch on his PlayStation and see if he can join.
And he's going to drive a P-Mobile.
Actually sent him a picture the other day. Do you guys see that little three-wheeler? With the big sticker on it, Fricky.
Ha! Fricky and sy drie-wheel.
It's actually got this guy that drives around the East Rand, who's quite well known around these parts, Foxburg, Benoni, Brakpan. You see him all over the place. And he's got this bright yellow.
Nesmax is now right there with Ronnie, but of course that's Ronnie who came past him. Because not too long ago it was the other way around, so Ronnie gained the position here on Nesmax.
The bright yellow three-wheeler, and he drives up and down delivering like take-a-lot packages or something, and there's a big sticker on the front. Fricky.
Oh, Fricky.
What was his original PSN when I met him? Was it not Fricky for a rookie?
Yeah, I have no idea. I recall. I just know him as Judge.
I think it was Fricky for a rookie.
Probably, really won't surprise me.
Yeah, I think if you ask him, I think.
Okay, we actually have somebody on softs now. Like you is going for a soft spot. Looks like he's going now. He's going to find, but Nismax is out. Nismax retired. We have our third retirement. And funny enough, exactly the same place again, but it doesn't show yellow flags on the map. The yellow flag safety car, we got our first safety car. We took Nismax to bring out the safety car. Third retirement and all three retirements in the same spot. Oh, and now Springbok Gamer left the session.
Difficult part of the racetrack, and then obviously, you know, on the hards, you don't always get that grip you're gonna get from the mediums or the softs, and sometimes you go in a little too hard for that specific tyre.
Nismax, of course, was stationary, more on the road compared to, of course, you and Gavbeek who were on the side, so that one in the middle of the road was enough to trigger a safety car.
The retirement, so that means Nismax, Gavin, myself, and Judge who will be joining for F2 will be starting 11, 12, 13 and 14.
Yeah, of course, F2 reverse grid order. Oh, and these guys are all jumping in.
For the top 10 only, yes.
Oof. Oh, and Muna, what a move there on Quinton as we into the pit. Quinton didn't see that one coming.
It's going to be an interesting one. Who's going to get up first?
Sebastian, you clever. He jumped him. He actually jumped him with that move. What a move, not Sebastian. Clever. He knew there was no penalty driving on the inside there. Quinton just got napping there, just approaching the line a little too slow. Not Sebastian taking full advantage.
Safety car lets them all get away with it. They don't have to stretch those hards any longer. You know, they can finish on a decent compound.
So all of them pitted except for Raptor. Raptor staying out on the hards. So they all heard you. Decided to go for the mediums. Mediums a better tyre to go under the safety car. Of course, after there's still 12 laps left, so that's more than enough. These tyres will run through to the end because the leaders, of course, managed to get to lap 14 instead, even to lap 15 before pitting. So they don't need to stop again.
Manu has not pitted. He's on a set of hards as well.
Yeah, he and then, Raptor sticking to the hards.
Then it seems like Boucher, he's on a set of softs, but it's only a lap old. I think he pitted just before the safety car.
Correct.
And now he's on the wrong compound. see if it were to finish like this. When you reverse that grid.
Doesn't look like Springbok Gamer is back in. That car still showing shadowy. It was ghosting. And it's way off, so that's obviously the AI pitting. One lap on the tyre, so the AI have pitted this car, hence it's so far back.
Falling back through the field. Nobody pitting this time around. Everyone happy with their selection, Raptor staying out. Problem now is if he were to come in and change those tyres, he's just going to lose all of that track position because the safety car is going to bunch them all up. Here we go. The judge, I can confirm, is online. You should see him in F2.
Took his sweet time.
Quite an interesting character, and I must say I miss him in the party chat when he's not racing. Everything's a little bit quieter.
Let the slower cars go fast, guys. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Because we got both Boucher and Lama there right between the faster cars. If it stays as it is now, Raptor will actually love it. Raptor will be happy with that. Because he's got two slower cars between him and second place man Vino. Just to give him that bit of a breather as he gets that hard ice back on to temperature when this race resumes. Safety car I think should do one more lap when we have 10 laps of full speed racing.
Springbok Gamer coming up on the back of this as well. He'll catch up to the queue shortly.
Or Springbok Gamers, so Ghost.
Almost everybody. Archer still also ghosting around, it seems. Is that called ghosting? I think it is. Yes, it is. And then right at the back, also ghosting.
Oh, the judge has joined. Here we go.
Great to see, major effort. I've actually seen on one occasion, like talking the whole way, which he wasn't supposed to be because he was driving, but basically drove back from Midrand to Tanin, jumped behind his G29 and raced with us in 90% race a few seasons ago. Quite committed. Quite weird when we don't see him. Always ask the question.
Yep. Because he's so synonymous with Friday night racing.
That's one that shows up without you having to ask too many times. Of course, the safety car is going to make it a bit of a sprint to the end. Not one like we saw on Tuesday night.
Here we go, safety car coming in.
Tuesday night we basically had a 5-lapper to the end. This time we get 10 laps to the end.
And Raptor's got those two slower cars between him and Vino. Because our slower cars is ghosting.
Might just put him off a little bit. Any sort of a cushion.
And there we go. Raptor decided to go for it. Can get those tyres up to temperature before Vino catches up, because Vino's just going to have to go drive through these ghosts. They're not going to hold him up. Battling here with this ghost car of Lama. Not making it easy. Here we go. Braking a bit later. Vino dispatches the first ghost.
Raptor has been able to open a 2-second gap.
Of course, Vino is on the softer tyre, which is a faster tyre, and it's a more fresher tyre. So Vino is definitely on the better tyre, softer and newer. Now he dispatched the final ghost and he will be sitting after Raptor. Not Sebastian and Quentin. Now it's not Sebastian fighting these two. Sorry, not first Sebastian, is also past him. It's Quentin fighting here with Ghost. Not Sebastian, looks like that one way. No, he's past all both of them.
I'm gonna confirm they're in that top three. Raptor and Sebastian in first and third. They both have 6 seconds worth of penalties. Vino has none.
Vino definitely in the better position, not just tire wise.
Quentin also having 3 seconds.
1:15.0. He's in DRS range.
How do you ghost the entire race and get 6 seconds of penalties? Bad AI.
Only the air you can do something like that.
Bad AI.
Oh, Staffy with a tire penalty now because she cut him a corner there. Ghost's obviously putting him off there.
See also crucially there, Quentin 3 seconds penalty. That Ronnie, no time penalties, just the one warning. And the safety car bunches them
Sebastian
all up
right
together.
There with Vino and Raptor now.
Penalties become that much more important when the safety car bunches them all together towards the end of the race.
And that's something that we need to take into account, because now with a safety car so frequently coming out,
you don't really have enough time to open the gap enough to compensate for your penalties. So if you've got 6 seconds worth of penalties, it's probably going to translate into race positions. Lost race positions. Or gained. Most penalties at the moment are 6. That's shared by Raptor, Sebastian, Pajama Llama and Boucher. So I say Ghost and cars, penalties. 6
is actually few, because a couple of races we saw a lot more than that.
I think on Tuesday night we saw 14 seconds, 17 seconds.
Vino right on the back of Raptor, he's going to dive on the inside.
Ooh.
Bit of a dangerous one there. Luckily for him, Raptor saw him.
Springbok Gamer has rejoined the session. So hopefully he will...
Well, he left already and rejoined the second time.
Hopefully he will be able to gain control of that car.
Vino now over 114.9.
Actually, one thing that makes this game quite unique when it comes to the sim racing, if you're having issues,
so,
you can still
not
get back in.
Sebastian taking Raptor, because you do not want Vino to get away from him too far. Still 6 laps to go, you can still do something.
Even if Springbok Game is only able to rejoin the race now, it's still a good position for F2. We'll start in 3rd. Will technically be a race finisher.
Yeah, just confirmation, he's ghosting. Springbok Game is definitely still ghosting. He's not having control over that car yet. Still AI.
Jama Lama also ghosting, as is Scotcher ghosting. No, he's not.
No, Lama looks like he's ghosting, definitely. Vino goes fast as yet again.
So missed Q2, didn't set a lap. So man is MIA.
And 7th place man now trying to lap 10th place man. A 9th place man.
Not to go into too much detail, but Pajama Llama was last seen Q1 when he said I'm going to the bottom. So not in those specific words, but Yeah, and he hasn't come back, so I think he may have got
No.
lost.
It's like he's coming with a couple of schemes now not to race anymore on Friday nights. To say he was tired, so maybe he fell asleep in the bath.
Steffi in 6th place.
Ooh,
Ronald,
looks like
Ronnie,
Ronald
I don't know what
but
to call
like,
him. Ronald, Ronnie, Oinkies, who is this? Same guy, right?
Just call him Millies, that's fine.
Meaties. And that's none of his PSX.
That's all I
That's
did.
even more confusing. Quinton 4th, Raptor 3rd. It was an interesting decision to stay out on the hards. He didn't react like everyone else around him.
Staffy having a bit of a lonely race tonight, but a solid 6.
It's behind me when I had my crash. Far behind me, not far behind me, but he didn't influence the crash, but I was under pressure, pushing a little bit where I wasn't supposed to. I don't like the particular part of the track where I crashed, so if I was pushing there, it's because I was under pressure.
Raptor hanging on to Sebastian.
Four laps. Tino leads. Also the man without
looking at the penalty difference. That's it. This is winner's race. As it is now 4 laps to go, it's actually Vino's to lose. So he just
really,
to keep it clean, keep himself calm. He's almost there.
Really just needs to keep the car on track. I mean, that's even if not Sebastian and Raptor pass him, they need to open a gap of over 6 seconds. So needs to hold it together. 3 laps to go. Got a decent set of tires on, so shouldn't have any problems in that department. And then Raptor, he's on those aging hards, and I wonder if he's just going to feel a little bit towards the end of the race.
And also
might just put him under pressure.
Also second guessing why he didn't stop from the mediums as well. We've made life easier for him to battle these two. Although he's doing well with those aging hards, not Sebastian's not getting away from him that quick. Not like Quinton is gaining too much either. But Quinton is gaining, so he's going to be in DRS range. Well, as I say, he's in DRS, actually it opened already. So Quinton is actually coming for Raptor. Especially the more positions he can finish ahead of Ronnie, it makes it better for the championship, of course. Trying to chase down Ronnie, who's leading the championship at the moment. Vino's about to come around and start his second last lap. Gap just staying 2 seconds from now, just managing it. There we go, so on his second last lap. And it looks like the judge and Springbok Gamer are playing honeymoon.
Don't you dare explain that.
I will not.
Okay.
Guys has been around long enough will know what that means.
Everyone who got that, great. Everyone who didn't, you shouldn't have.
ILRG Matters going to be around for F2 tonight, I see.
That's right. Just remember, actually, let me send him an invite before I forget. To invite the reigning champion. Gonna be able to repeat that feat this year.
Raptor now under real pressure from Quinton. Can Quinton push him? Yellow flag again. If it's not showing on the map, I can't really see which sector. We're on the final lap. Can Quinton make it count?
As far as I know, not Sebastian and Raptor both have 6 seconds. Well, they have 6 seconds each, so we'll just cancel each other out. I think.
Here we go, Quinton's going to have a go on the inside. Again, these two here in this corner like earlier in the race.
Quinton should pass Raptor.
Go again, much better
alone.
tires. Ooh.
That's not.
They touched. Raptor just fighting him a bit too much.
Is he okay?
Yep. Looks like he's getting the car going in. But allows Ronnie through as well. Not exactly what Quinton would have wanted. He wanted at least that car between him and Ronnie to get more points.
When I leave the com box, I'm sure I'm going into a war zone.
Probably.
I'm sure Raptor will be quite expressive about what.
It was nice knowing you, not Fernando. There we go. Vino crosses the line and he takes the win. Of course, as you said, penalty free as well. So Vino takes it. Quinton gets promoted to second. So he's got actually no, he doesn't have a car. Ronnie also gets promoted.
Ronnie takes third because of the penalties. He had
so
3
Ronnie
seconds.
Stays with him.
No, he had nothing. Sorry, he had the one warning around about lap 12, and that was that.
So Ronnie stays with Quinton. Still no car between the two of them.
Clean driving pays off and buys him quite a few substantial extra points.
Raptor left the session. I think Raptor is ticked off big time.
I'll be back. I'll see if I can catch him in the party chat.
Yeah, he probably gonna get it
before he leaves everything. And hopefully I'll speak to you after the racing.
Not during again.
Yes.
Cool stuff.
See you
Good
then.
luck.
Cheers.
Just getting the guys to celebrate the podium there. Just confirmation of how they finished. Vino taking it from Quinton and Ronnie brought it back in third. Not Sebastian fourth, Staffy promoted to fifth, Manu into sixth, Raptor dropped down to seventh, Springbok Gamer came in eighth, but of course that car was ghosting a good couple of laps the last end. But Yama Lama also ghosting in the 8th Boucher in 10th place. We're just gonna leave you guys for a moment just to get the lobby started for F2, so don't go away. There's just going to be a little pause while this lobby is being set up. We'll be back shortly. Right, and we are back. Just waiting for everybody to ready up. We were looking a little bit better compared to the F1 race. Of course, this is reverse grid order from the F1 race. There is not going to be another qualifying. Going to be just a formation lap, and then we will get on with the race. Waiting for everybody to finalize their strategies. Lost a few guys from the F1 race, but also got a couple of guys who wasn't part of the F1 race. Right, and the formation lap is a go. A bit of a mixed strategy there with tyres. Well, it's not really a mix, only one guy decided to go for the harder tyre. Manu Dietrich running way out of formation there. Staffy again keeping his cool, staying in formation. Not Sebastian, Ronnie, Quinton, Vino, Mismax, Capix, Springbok Gamer. Not Fernando, Judge and Matt. 13 cars. Of course, Pajama Lama did not make it through to F2. Of course, the two car boys that you showed there who didn't really race, they are out. Of course, we also lost Raptor. Right, 19 laps of racing F2. Ooh, and EH Boucher loses the back end. Can he keep that car? Can he bring it back and just line up? Hopefully no damage. Right, just waiting for the last couple of cars to come around and line up. Here we go. Watch for the lights. Go, 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 go! Dietrich looks like he had a good start. Definitely, yes, he's going to go onto the inside. Only Dietrich goes a little bit wide. EH Boucher following. Staffy is still there. Not Sebastian, Staffy, they keeping each other honestly already. Oh, it's not Sebastian losing the back end there. Not Fernando up to 8 already. Gav Peak 7, Mismax 6. We're chasing Ronnie. Staffy trying to get to Boucher and Dietrich. Staffy with a much better drive out of that corner. He's going to get past you. Boucher's going to try to get on the inside. He's going to, yes, but Staffy cuts back again. Yeah, Boucher running wide again. Staffy makes it count. Ooh, Boucher with a late dive bomb there. Oh, and Staffy back in, steps out. Sure if he was trying to avoid Boucher there. Ooh, how Quinton loses the back end. Yo, it's like skating, yeah, it's like an ice rink. Bunch pretty, yeah, the back is pretty nicely bunched up. Just Manu Dietrich in front, 2 seconds off, and of course Judge at the back, 7 seconds between him and the guy in front of him. Another 17 laps to go after this one. Fernando's putting Quinton under pressure. Can he keep us up? Springbok Gamer not too far back from him. Taffy dropped all the way from 3rd to 11th. Fernando tried to look on the outside, runs a bit wide. There's a bit of time to Quinton, but still holds position. In 3rd with EH Boucher, who's actually caught up with Manu Dietrich. Pretty much a 5-way tussle actually in front here for first place. Gappy goes fastest and gets a 3-second time penalty for that. Nismac going to have inside, look on the inside of EH Boucher. Nice tighter line, Boucher running a bit wide, it gives Nismac just enough of it. Nismac's keeping it all. Gappy's going to have a look on the inside, past Boucher. Going to try to raise Nismac here as well. Gappy and Nismac are side by side. He's going to arrive at the corner first. Gappy goes wide. Nismac with a much tighter line. Gappy down to 3rd again. Managed to stay ahead of Boucher. Gappy again runs wide. Giving Boucher a sniff. Again wide, and surely this time Boucher must capitalise. No, he's not. While this is going on, Nismac and Manu is just getting away from him. Springbok Gamer with a spin. Judge is going to come past him now. Ronnie and Joe Quinton also staying in touch with these guys. Larry Matter now going fastest, 7th place at the moment. Not going for not. Ooh. Ooh. That was not nice. Looks like there was a bit of a twitch there on Not Fernando. Came across, looked like he was going to drive into not Sebastian. Not Sebastian had to take evasive action, swerved out and couldn't keep the car under control, lost control, made contact with a barrier, and unfortunately also spun there, dropped a few places. Coming in front, Nismac has got past Manu Dietrich now. Getting away, already out of DRS range. Boucher in front of Gaffbeek as well, chasing Manu. Another 15 laps remaining after this one. Manu Dietrich runs wide, that's going to allow that you Boucher through. Gaffbeek's going to try to have a look on the inside as well. And he makes it through. Oh, and winner gets collected by Manu Dietrich. And that sends him out of a race. That's Manu Dietrich. That was not cool. Judging 11th, not Sebastian in the pits. Maybe that tyre should be enough to take him to the end. I believe so. 14 laps to go after this one. That's what we managed pretty much in the F1 race on this tyres, so it's possible. Staffy worked his way up to 7th now. Just behind Matt and Quinton doing some battles here. Ronnie coming into the pitch now. Gaffy right on the back of Boucher. Nismax is pretty much at the 3-second mark. Gap of 3 seconds ahead of Boucher. Nismax now, we really want to be open here. In front of the grid, clear in, just pushing. Here we go, Gap is going to go on the inside, like not the first time tonight, the same part of the track. You're not giving in, taking a tighter line, staying ahead for now. Matta up to 4th now, Matta got past Quinton. Gap in the pits. There's Nismax. Matt and Boucher staying out. Nismax going for the mediums as well, so that we see him through to the end. Staffy. Oh, looks like Gapik and his teammate were double stacking there. Judge also in. Not Sebastian coming out for final corner now. Will the Judge be able to get out before him? Coming around that corner, first corner. Judge is out. There comes not Sebastian. Ooh, Judge with a bit of a lock up there. Oh, not Fernando off track. Which is F2 cars are a bit of a handful. Won't matter with a 5-second penalty. Spinning on the pit lane. Doing a game though with a time penalty, not Fernando coming in the pit. There's Max coming past now. Now I see Matt is still in the pit. There's Max, Ronnie and Boucher ahead of Matter. Matter's going to have to pass him on track. Just Quinton still to make a stop. Everyone else has stopped. Max is on the softer tyre, on the more newer tyre. So hopefully Nismax can make up a gap there to Quinton. At the moment Quinton's ahead 16 seconds, but if Nismax can take out of that lead, by the time Quinton stops, it's a given that Nismax will regain the lead of his race. looked like that gap did start to come down a bit. Gatwick and Staffy now doing battle. Come you piggy wiggy. The pig and the dog all together. Not the first time. They've done so a couple of times before. And Gatwick runs wide and just for good measure gets a 3-second time penalty for that. Sebastian goes fastest, pushing like crazy. He's obviously past the judge, pushing down, chasing down Springbok Gamer now. Max definitely making that gap between him and Quinton smaller. Quinton now with 3-second time penalty, which will also help that gap for Nesmax. Not just about Nesmax managing his tyres, keeping it clean, and as it is now, once Quinton pits, he will definitely get the race lead back. You just need to see it through to the end. Another 9 laps to go after this one. Our team Matter goes faster. Ronnie unable to hold on to Nesmax. As I say, that gap was reduced slightly. Springbok Game and Gav Peak. Not Sebastian right behind Gav Peak now as well. Not Sebastian would like to dispatch both of them. The quicker, the sooner the better. It's a little gentle nudge between him and the peak. Not Sebastian is up to 10th, chasing down Springbok Gamer now. Not Sebastian is going to go on the inside as Springbok Gamer runs wide out of that final corner. Not Sebastian definitely now 9th. He's going to chase after Fernando. Gav Peak with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and the pits again. Gav Peak time in front has come down to 12 seconds. The gap between Nesmax and Ronnie has opened up to over 6 seconds now. Springbok Gamer is going to come back, and not Sebastian, who made a mistake there and ran wide. Got a yellow flag there. Gav Peak again. Cross ghosting. Of course, that's just because he's about to be lapped. They're not able to make first count. Nesmax using those new tyres to his advantage. Gap is reducing further and further. Steffi now on the right wheel with Manu. Not Fernando behind. Can Steffi make it stick? No, Manu the fence on the inside. Steffi runs wide. Not Fernando goes through. And Steffi gets another penalty for good measure. Down the pit. That promotes Matter, of course, also up to fourth. Oh, and a big spin there for not Fernando. Losing positions here. Can he get out of and get going again before the judge comes around? Judge comes around to find a corner now. That did release Steffi right there with Manu again. Nesmax have gotten the lead back, 7 seconds ahead of Ronnie. 16 laps remaining after this one. 6 laps I mean, sorry, not 16. Kavpik goes faster, so 125.4. But he's also on the softer tyres. Him and Quentin, the rest of the pack is on mediums. Running now with a 3-second round penalty, one of those scarce penalties. He doesn't get a lot of them, but tonight actually got one here in F2, 3 seconds. Kavpik goes faster yet again. Matt chasing down Boucher. Four laps remaining after this one. Nesmax still keeping that gap under control. Open up to 7 seconds now. Money now with a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, and Manu spins. Springboard Gamer goes through. Manu actually retired. Oh, and he retired in the middle of a track. Just as Looks like not Fernando. Yeah, not Fernando ran into him. Sorry guys, but what I saw tonight, I don't think Mano Dietrich will be actually invited again or allowed to drive here, because he also took out Vino earlier and now he messed up not Fernando, retiring straight in the middle of a track. It was not a forced retirement for mechanical, looks like that was definitely a selected retirement. Fernando now a 3-second time penalty. Of course, you need to get that car back, change that wing. Not just the end plate is gone with actually substantial damage. Not Sebastian also coming in pits. Oh, he puts it into the tire wall. Yeah, not Fernando actually having a bit of a getaway to get into the pits. Three laps remaining after this one. Running second, Boucher third. Under pressure from Matter. I'm about to do something about Matt. Can he take that position back? Got 2.5 laps, just a little over 2.5 laps to go. Matt now chasing down Ronnie. A real battles elsewhere at the moment. Closest now is Matt chasing down Ronnie. Matt on the back of Ronnie, he's going to take him into the first corner. That's a bit wide there. Ronnie backed off a little too much in the first corner. He's close enough to go for him. Surely he will have a DRS this time round. And of course, can he use it to his advantage? Gap of almost 8 seconds between Matt now and Nismax. 1 lap to go after this one. Nismax is on his penultimate lap. Staffy will get another penalty. Yellow flag in that last sector. Yeah, not Fernando again. And not Sebastian also off. flag again. Looks like this time it's for Judge. Going very slow. Matt chasing down Nismax, but Nismax should have enough in the tank. Final couple of corners. Nismax now coming into the final sector. The stadium section. The yellow flag will look like not Sebastian. Yep, so not Sebastian. Do not finish. Here we go, and Nismax comes around the final corner, goes on the inside to the pit lane, and there we go. There's your winner, Nismax. Well done. ILRG Matic comes around, takes second place. Of course, 5-second penalty coming into play now, but opens the gap to 10 seconds between him and Nismax. Nismax your winner, Matt second, Ronnie third, Barcher brought him back in fourth, Quinton fifth. So waiting for Steph to come around, and a solid 6 there. Nice recovery drive. Went down to almost the back of the grid early in the race. And Springbok then brings it back in 7th. Fernando finishing 10th, so let's just see Church coming around, last corner, brings it back in 8th. Gav Peak, the last guy to cross the finish line. And that is that. Of course, just for podium celebrations. Right, of course, then it's just a confirmation of how we ended. Nismax first, Matt second, Ronnie third, Hugh Barcher brought you back in fourth, Quinton fifth, Staffy ended in sixth, Springbok Gamer seventh, the Judge 8th, Gav Peak 9th, and Not Fernando classified as 10th with that retirement of Not Sebastian. And Gav Peak got the fastest lap of 125.1, and everybody except the race winner got penalties. Only one who did not get penalties, and that's the race winner. Well done, Nismax. Well, that concludes tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you as always for the support. Next week, of course, same time, same place, around 7. Till then, stay safe. Leave our racing for the game, or do it on the track, enclosed street. Do not do it on a public road. Always take care of everyone around you, and of course not just your own safety. So till next time, stay safe. Cheerio.